Sergeant America coming at you. Boom! There's now almost a half-minute delay when I push go on my camera. I'm sure there's some kind of software issue, but let's just kick into it. Black Friday, that's what we really care about. You know, enjoying, got my Superman jammy shirt on. But let's talk about the good stuff we got. First and foremost, I kept looking at it. I didn't know how much I wanted to spend, but for 25 bucks, there was a wonderful Batman statue. Batman black and white. Boom. There's our box for it. So this is the Brian Hitch version. And here he is in all of his wonderful bat glory. There is a little wobble, but I think I can fix that in the post where his hand goes into the stand. You can see there's also a little bit of some smudging and marking on the stand, which I'm sure is why it wasn't selling originally. I mean, I think it's about an $80 statue otherwise, and they kept dropping the price, and so they dropped it to 24, 25 bucks, which then they gave me another 10% on top of that. Appreciated it. Went down, should probably just say, went down to Wizards Asylum in Wichita, Kansas. Enjoy hitting that store. There was a couple of places I get to go to, but that's the one that tends to have the biggest deals. Each year it seems to be a little bit less. This year I also saw Spider-Man with the bobblehead. Otherwise, I don't know, I think he's a metal or resin statue. It's from I believe, probably the first Spider-Man. I see he's a little dirty. Probably from the first Spider-Man movie. So, or I shouldn't say first. This is probably Andrew Garfield, I believe. Yeah. Is that what we think? No, I don't know. Spider-Man movie. So, he's nice. He was a little over $5. $5, yeah, that's a good deal. I'll go ahead and take that. Then also while I was down there, I picked up, I usually always go for trades. This year I only found one. I got 10% off of it, but it's Weird World. I love that Del Mundo art. So I decided to go ahead and purchase that one. Then I got the Dark Side War Shazam. Yeah, I kind of like Shazam, so I thought I'd see what that's like. And then I got 2 of 4 for the Savage She-Hulk for Dark Reign. I had not read anything on that, so I thought that looked pretty fun. This is 4 of 4 also. Try and get a nice one on that. Bagged and board. They were so nice to me. I like when that's done. And then I got a complete run of Dark Avengers Ares. So each of these was about $2. I think originally they run about $5 each. So $2 per book is pretty darn nice. But boom, Ares, 2 of 3, or 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and 3 of 3. I kind of liked this character during the Dark Reign, so see how that goes. I don't remember reading in any of my other books a 3-part run, so I picked up also a couple presents for friends, so I'm not going to show that in the video. But I did also find, and I got this just because it reminded me of the comics I used to read. My brothers collected, so I got Sergeant Rock for the Sarge. Went over to Prairie Dog Comics also in Wichita. Wichita is about 500,000 people, so it's about a 15-20 minute drive between stores. Where I was able to find another issue of Next Wave Agents of Hate 11. The reason I get that is because of the interior pages. There's some really nice double spreads that I'll show right now. That's because that's the big deal for me. Whenever I find Next Wave 11, they generally tend to be cheap. They should be. It's a funny comic. I've enjoyed the characters. Monica Rambeau is the leader. Machine Man in there, Sergeant Expletive, another great sergeant, Boom Boom from the New Mutants, and one of the, I can't think what her name is now, one of the hunters, one of the Bloodstone family people. But you see this wonderful two-page spread of the monsters that they're fighting, and each level is a new one. So we see like Stephen Hawking's and that are in the wheelchairs, plus what else was there? Oh, this one, there's near naked ninjas, little people with Iron Man mask, possibly some of MODOKs that look like Elvis. See some of those in there. So maybe like pirates or something. This one's got Cyclops dinosaurs, Siamese samurais, and looks like some kind of cobalt fighters. So there's her. This is just, it's a ridiculous book. It's one of those that you read it for fun. 12 issues. It is Warren Ellis writing and Imoen. Let me see the name of the artist. Oh, having trouble with it. Imoen and Ellis. So this is funny. Mark Millar licks goats. The next page of Double Spread, it's a giant Wolverine monkey and snakes flying planes. I presume that was when there were MFR snakes on MFR planes that Samuel Jackson made so well. There's our big Wolverine monkey. I just loved it because it was just plain weird stuff like that. Here's another one of tigers, almost like from Commandy, a giant robot, some ambush bugs maybe. So there's our giant robot, the tigers fighting them, and then over here are some like ambush bugs. It was just to show how wacky every floor was that they were going through, so I really enjoyed that one. So whenever I can, Next Wave number 11, I pick them up every time. I don't pay more than $3 for them. Like I said, they're not that great. I was able to get a third printing of Secret War, book 1 of 5, Brian Michael Bendis and Gabriel Dell'Otto. As you can see, this is where Nick Fury gathers together the guys Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Daredevil. I'm trying to think who else was on his team. Wolverine, Black Widow. I probably think I just said Black Widow. And they go over to Latvia, where Doctor Doom's niece is in charge, and they destroy the Doom Castle and her and everything like that. And then the war, because Latvia was giving money to terrorists, and those terrorists, it's like, how does the Shocker afford to have new outfit? Killer Shrike, all these people have these costumes that are the abilities. And they figure out Latvia's supporting them, so it's all about, terrorism in that way. It was enjoyable. Got it for a nice price. Swung over to Walmart for a little over $2. I was able to get the Flash pins, these metal pins right here. If anyone's seen my bag, I put all my pins over on that, so I was able to grab 2 more. I never like to spend too much on them, so that'll be nice. And of course, since Disney Infinity is not really doing the game anymore, I got a nice Ant-Man here. So got him at a beautiful price. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, then luckily, my shop's Black Friday was 3 days because, like I said, I'm in Wichita. It's 7 hours away from Sioux Falls, so I come racing back up Saturday night just in time for Comic Book Roundtable. Then after Comic Book Roundtable, Sunday was full of grocery shopping, getting stuff ready for Monday. Went to the movie, and oh no, I didn't go to the movie. Watched the Ravens play football. So luckily, my shop on Sunday has extended the sale all the way up until right at the last minute. I pull up and I pick up Hero Bear number 2, Hero Bear and the Kid, The Inheritance number 2, number 4 of 5, and number 3 of 5. And on this, the artwork inside, you can see, I recommend if you have kids, you get the Hero Bears. I personally love the art, the way you can see it in here. You see a little bit of the pencilings and all that. I think it's just amazing work by Mike Knuckles. Does everything with it, the story, everything. I just, I get a blast out of it every time. So, and it's Kaboom is a printer. I don't see them around that often, so whatever I can get of it, I purchase. I think I previously bought one 2 or 3 years ago now, so I was glad to find the rest of those, and I'll have to search out the rest of them now. I also picked up Infinite Crisis crossover JLA World Without a Justice League. So Bob Harris, Tom Dernick, and Dan Green. Kind of got it because of the cover. Kind of got it, the idea of, if there was no Justice League, how that would shape up. I also got it because I'm a huge fan of Identity Crisis, and this was the aftermath of it. So please read Identity Crisis and then pick up books like this, Crisis of Conscience. It's what happens after... it's the investigation. Identity Crisis is about the death of Sue Dibsney, Elongated Man's wife, and they think it's a villain, and then they go into exploring about it, and there's secrets that the JLA has been keeping from top members, and it's a great story. Please read that one. I think it's 10, 15 years now. I think it just went on 10 years. I also picked up Long Shot and Noxtini, Arthur Adams. I just love this character. Love this time. This is what I think of my youth, is Long Shot like this. It's a beautiful book. All those trades were half off. The Hero Bears were on the dollar wall, so I picked them on the dollar. And then very lastly, my shop was very good about extending the deal, and they had these informational sheets. As you can see, it kind of lets you know about the character and all that. And this, you probably may not be able to tell, is a patch. And that is going to go on my comic book look shirt. I'll probably do it across the back now because of all the wonderful things I got on the front. Always looking for something I can bling up that shirt with. Once again, I love that comic book look shirt. Twice, 3 times, my wife was embarrassed because everybody stopped to tell me about how great the shirt was, and then I'd stop and have to talk with them about it. And we have long conversations about it. So that shirt is just awesome. The Penguin I also picked up, and then this monster Bane. And as you can see, that's the size of my hand. That's the patch. It's going to be beautiful to get that up on the shirt. So, little by little, getting all that done. All of those were half-price deals also from the shop. They were great deals. Have to look and see. Free Comic Book Day. They also do another half-price sale at Rainbow's Comics and Collectibles in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. If you're ever in town, it's not far off the interstate. Boom, stop in. It's a great deal, great store. So Black Friday was good to me, as you can see. got to find room for it now. Need to get more shelves. As you can see, there's spaces. I can fit shelves in there. So thankful for everybody watching the video. Creeping up on 15 minutes. Don't want to go much further. So Black Friday, vote with your dollars. Love those comics. Catchphrase.